finally arrived in Tucson. Today is Friday, I think it's the 12th of August, and the whole purpose of me being here is to test drive my own RV, which I know is a bit ironic to test drive the vehicle you've owned for 10 months. But I was, quite adamant when Spartan said that they sent 2 engineers down here to fix my RV. I was quite adamant, but I wasn't going to take their word for it, even though they've given me total guarantees that it's solved. So I told Spartan I was going to come down to test drive, because if there was still a problem, I needed it sorted out before myself and Julia arrived back here. Because what we don't want to do is get in the coach, start our trip again, and then have a problem. So I told Spartan and Entegra that I was actually going to fly over to test drive the RV. And Spartan and Entegra both offered, of which I accepted, to send a representative down to test drive the RV with me. So if I had any issues, we could address them there and then, rather than going back through the system. So I'm pleased to say, and I'm very pleased to say, that after a very successful test drive with both myself driving, a representative from Entegra, and a rep from Spartan driving, I'm really quite confident now that the steering is now no longer a problem. They've changed the components that by their own admission they wouldn't normally change. I have to say that Entegra and Spartan didn't have to send someone down to test drive this vehicle with me, but they insisted. So they both flew someone down from Spartan and from Entegra to do the test drive today with me, to make sure that I was happy. And we all had a drive and we all made a comment, and do you know what? It's not driven like this since I've owned it. So I'm really looking forward to hitting the open road. It's going to be great. So all those people who own an Entegra who say you can drive it down the road with 2 fingers, now I know what you mean. Because before, I was like driving a 1948 flatbed truck, or whatever it's called over here. So yeah, good experience today, and I'm really glad the 2 people came down to test drive with me, because if there had been a problem, they would have seen it firsthand. So I think that was an important. I think that was important that they did that. So they've also agreed that after I've done several thousand miles, that I can take it into a shop of my choice, or preferably their repair shop, but depending on where I am in the US, and have the alignment checked, just to make sure that the work that they've carried out is the right thing, because they are keen to get to the bottom of the problem. So I think videos about my steering issues are now a thing in the past, so I'm going to have to think of something else to moan about, but I'm running out of things to moan about because my coach is pretty much perfect now. So for those of you who have asked me, would I buy an Entegra again, and about the steering issues, let me tell you, let me put this question to you. Is it better to buy a coach from a company that if you have a problem, don't care? Or is it better to buy a coach from a company that if you have a problem, do care? And I think with the Entegra brand, it's the latter. They do care. They didn't have to send someone down to do a test drive with me. They could have just said, we fixed it, go pick it up and let us know how you get on. They didn't. They flew someone down, and so did Spartan, to test drive this vehicle with me to make sure that I was happy, and I am. So, and there's a couple of caveats there, that the fact that they will let me take it into an alignment shop and have it checked, just to make sure that we're all, on the same page and that the alignment hasn't moved. And I'm pretty confident, after the way it drove today, I'm pretty confident that we are there. So I think when we come back in September, myself and Julia, I think we're really going to start enjoying this RV, and all the teething problems and the minor snagging, it's all done. So we've now got ourselves a beautiful, quiet, gorgeous looking, well, I think sexy, but I don't know how, some people might say green isn't sexy, but I've just got a gorgeous looking RV that now drives like this Entegra should drive. And it's just been really unfortunate that I've had a problem. I know most people who have got these RVs, these Entegra Anthems and Cornerstones, you know, can't say a bad word against them because they've not experienced the problems I've had. But those problems are in the past now, so I think we're just going to enjoy it now. I also think something worth mentioning is, before I brought this RV down here to Tucson, to Lazy Days, I did a bit of research, and I have to be honest, the feedback I got about Lazy Days in Tucson, well in fact Lazy Days generally, but especially Tucson, wasn't great. Well, whoever's put those posts up, you couldn't be further from the truth, because Lazy Days they've been brilliant. They've stored my RV inside, because I specifically asked if it could be stored out of the sun, so they found a bay that wasn't being used. They've done every single warranty item I've asked for. Some items were clearly not, well, some items I asked for were not warranty, but Lazy Days have done those jobs and the charge has been minimal to me. So if you're in this area, if you're in Arizona, you've got any issues with your RVs, I would certainly get down here to Lazy Days, because you know, they've done me proud. They really have done me proud. I am so pleased. It's like picking up a new coach, and I mean, they've also done a great job of detailing the coach. But every single item on my warranty list, on my list, I think there were about 20 items I needed covered, and every single item they've covered. And I think when Julia comes over, she's going to be thrilled to bits. It's just amazing. And we've also, I'll just show you inside. We've also we paid for a new sofa, because we ordered the L-shaped sofa, and we really were not happy with it from day one. And I mean, well, we didn't think it was very comfortable. So as we, you know, spent a lot of time inside the RV, we decided to change the sofa that we had originally. We had the L-shaped sofa, and we found, apart from being uncomfortable, the L part that stuck out when the sides were in was so restrictive when you were on the road, and apart from anything else, the whole thing was just bloody uncomfortable. So we decided to bite the bullet and pay for a new sofa, and already I can see the difference, or sorry, I can feel the difference. So I think it looks good. And if you're ordering a 44B, the 44B does have an option for the straight sofa. You don't have to have the 44B in an L shape. You can have the 44B with the straight sofa. So if you're on the edge of wondering which model to choose, you like the rest of the 44B layout, just go and ask a few people, or go and visit, if you can go to a show and see actual owners, and try and make the comparison yourself, because that's what we did. We basically met some people who had a 44B Entegra, and they had the straight sofa, and we were amazed how much more room this sofa gives you when the slides are out. I mean, you can see, I mean, it's almost like a bowling alley in here, whereas before with the L shape, it was very restrictive. So I mean, you learn, don't you? You buy it from a brochure and think, oh, that's all great and it looks great, but you know, you can't have a home sofa setup, I don't think, now in a space this size. You need to maximize on space, and I think the L-shaped sofa didn't do that. I think it was so uncomfortable to us. If you've got an L shape and it's comfortable, I apologize, but to us it was very uncomfortable. So yeah, I think we're going to be. I think this has been a good improvement for us, and you know, if you're going to spend this much on an RV, you've got to get it right. So if I ordered one again, well, I would order one again. But if I ordered a 2018 model or a 2017 model or whatever, it would be with the straight sofa. It wouldn't be with the L shape. So that's all from me now. I'm going to pack up and get back to the airport. Thank you for watching. And thank you for all your comments, and if you've got any issues about steering on your Entegra, let me assure you from my experience that it will be resolved, and if it drives as well as mine has today, you'll be over the moon. You'll be very happy. So you know, I've had a great test drive. We went for about 100 miles, and it drove like it was on rails. It was absolutely, well, it's never been like that. So it's going to be a whole new experience. It is a bit like picking up a brand new coach. So I'm going to, I need to pack up now and get on a flight home. So it may have been a long way, a long time to get here, 25, 26 hours. But I think today's been, it's been a good day. I think it's been a worthwhile day, and I'm looking forward to enjoying the Entegra. So I'll see you on the road.